What is going on, fellas? Debit Credit Nation is live again with another FICA tutorial video. So today we are going to talk about check management in FICA. So check management, it's a part of refund. So whenever a customer makes overpayment, we post refund. That means we pay back the money. So there can be two scenarios. That means the customer says that whatever amount I have overpaid, you can adjust it with the next periodic invoice, or if the customer insists, the utility company or the subscription based company has to pay the extra money back to the customer. So the refund can happen via check. Check is one of the method, and we are going to talk about that particular method today. So for that, let's see our sample customer today. So suppose this is my customer and this is the account balance display. If I want to see the open balance, so currently the customer has to pay around $50 to us. Now suppose the customer makes a overpayment, say the customer pays $70. So let's collect the money from the customer. So I'm going to collect the money using payment lot. /o FP05 is the T code to post payment lot. Say I'll call the lot as pay 29/12/1. So say today the customer is going to pay. Just entering the value date, company code, bank clearing account. So customer pays $70 and this is the contract account. Save, back, close, yes, post, okay. So the payment is posted. Now let me go back to FPL9 and see the open balance. So the current balance is 49.75 positive. Now if I hit refresh, I'm going to see the new balance which should be in minus. So I hit refresh, I see a $20.25 which is the extra payment. And so there can be two scenarios. Customer may say that you don't need to pay back the extra money. Whenever the next invoice is posted, this minus can be adjusted with the next invoice. Or if the customer says no, I need the money back. So we are going to talk about that particular scenario where this extra money we have to refund back to the customer. So to pose a refund, a user needs to get inside the document and edit the document, then set the payment method. So I have created a payment method, check refund. So set the payment method and save it. Okay. The CA doesn't have a payment method assigned, so let me also do that. So I have just saved it. Let me quickly check whether I have. Yes, I have set the payment method. Now I need to set the payment method, outgoing payment method at the CA master as well, /o CAA2. So this is my contract account master data. Go to the payment and taxes. So here you see the incoming payment is populated. However, if you scroll down, the outgoing payment method is blank. So I need to assign the outgoing payment method, which is check refund, and I need to assign the bank details where the payment is going to happen. So whenever we make the payment should go to this particular bank account. Alright, so my contract account is set. That means my outgoing payment method and the bank outgoing ID is set. So I'm going to save it. So contract account is saved. Now let me post the payment run. So /n FPY1 is the T code, and let me copy from one of the existing run. Say I'm using this run, I'll copy and say I'll create REF1. This is the refund document. Here I need to enter my contract account, which is this one. Alright, and I need to see whether when is my payment documents due date. So my payment documents due date is 29/12, that is today's date, and The refund I am running till this date, so we are well covered. The refund will consider all those documents which are due on or before 31/3/2023. Since my payment document is due on 29/12/2022, so that means my payment document is covered. Now here I can run the simulation first, or I can run directly. So let me run directly. Custom selection, let me check whether everything is fine. In the bank selection, yes, this is my payment method. I'm expecting this to work. Now I'm going to save the variant and schedule program run. Okay, refresh. So it has completed. Go to environment, payment list, and hit F8. So I see 20.25, the outgoing payment document is posted. This is the outgoing payment document. Business partner or contract account debit and refund clearing. So this is the GL account I have configured in the backend. So I don't intend to show you the backend config here, just showing you the end user process. If you want to know the backend config not only for this functionality but for every other functionality, you can contact me in my WhatsApp number. So I run training sessions on the FICA implementation. These are 30 hours training session. If you want to enroll, please go ahead, ping me or call me. I can get you enrolled in the courses, or you can also buy the videos. Anyway, so my payment document is posted. Now once a check payment is posted, so let me first go to FPL line and see the account balance. So my open item I expect to be moved out. So I hit back and I refresh. So I don't have any open item. Okay, so all items are paid now. So the item that I have just paid, that will appear once the payment happens. The payment item will appear in the table DFKKCR, because it's a check payment, check refund /n AC16. Go to DFKKCR table. Let me see if I have contract account in this table. I have business partner. Yes, I have contract account. So I will bring the contract account field in the initial display, and meanwhile let me copy my contract account. So this is my contract account. I will run the table based on this contract account. So I will enter the contract account here and F8. Let me run it wide open. I think it requires initial 0. So this is our one. So run ID, date ID, also to validate payment document number, payment media number. Let me show you the document number so that I can be rest assured that the payment has worked. So my payment document number is this one, 1000365. And if I go to DFKKCR table, so this is my payment document number. Okay. Also my payment amount should be refund amount should be 20.25. So 20.25. So this is my refund document number. Now the check is ready. The check has been issued, but the check is not yet encashed. So we have just created a payment medium. That payment medium will create a check, because I have used a check payment method. Now once a check is created, so you can see the check. You can go to the T code FPCHR and you enter the check number here, and you can click enter, and then you will see your check. So this is my check, the check that I have just issued to the customer for 20.25. So if you want to see the check, get inside, check, click on display. So this is the check. If you want to see the printed check, click on overview of issued checks. So here select and click on this print button. Select the output device and click on this green tick. Alright, so the check has been, the printed version of the check I can see. Go to SP02 because it creates a spool. Go to the spool, and this is the check. Just click on this button. It says that, dear sirs, with the attached check for payment. So this is our check number 365, which is the payment document number. So 100,365 which has been mentioned. We have cleared the following open items, clearing reason. So this is the document number, this is the entire thing is the document number, repetition item, sub item, the entire concatenation you can see here, then the date, due date and the amount. Okay, and if you scroll down you will see further details, that is the person who needs to get the money, the customer details is stored here. So it says the check number, date, currency, account number. So this bank account number and the bank number, these are not customers bank details, these are our bank details. That means the company's bank details who is going to issue the check. Remember, whenever a check is issued, the issuer's bank details are printed on that check. So how can I validate? So let me open my company's house bank /o FI12 is the T code. So 1510 is my company code. Get inside. So this is my bank key 23102022. See, 23102022. So this is the bank key, and within this bank key I can see the bank account. So this is the bank account number 8777298. So 8777298. So this is the check. Now the activity is not yet completed, the cycle is not yet completed. That means we have just issued the check. Now once the check is encashed, that means the bank will issue the check to the customer and the customer will deposit this check to his or her bank account, and once the check is cleared, we need to know that the check has been cleared, because whenever we issue a check, the amount does not gets deducted right away. So this $20.25 is still not deducted. So once the customer encash the check, we need to get informed. That means at that particular time this amount will be deducted from my bank account. Now to encash the check, there are two options. Either we can encash the check manually, that means whenever the check is encashed, the customer can inform us, and a CSR can or front desk agent can manually encash the check. So first let me show you the manual encashment, then I am going to show you in the interface how can you do it via a mass automated process. So I am going back to FPCHR screen. So this is the FPCHR check display. Go back and see, I can void the check. That means if the check is invalid, you select and click on the void check. So once you hit the void button, that means SAP will give you an option to reverse the refund outgoing payment document. Remember, I just posted the outgoing payment document. If I go back to show you the outgoing payment document, this is this document type 99, this is the outgoing payment document. So once a check is voided, that means once a check is cancelled, let me show you. So select the line and click on this void button. So it says request check lot, and you should select reverse payment, because a check has been cancelled or a check has been voided. That means the outgoing payment should be cancelled. So once you click on this and if you hit this enter button, it will take you to FP08 screen. So I'm going to click on enter. So FP08, so this is the refund document. Let me show you the refund document. See, 100,365. So SAP is asking me to reverse this, and now once you reverse, you will get the reason for voiding a check. So these reasons are configured in the backend. So I have just created one sample reason, PR, which is payment reversal. Now I don't intend to void the check because I want to encash the check. So this is how you can void the check, but I want to show you encashment, check encashment. So now, so that's how you can void a check, but I want to encash the check. So select on this line item and click on cash. This will help you encash the check. Just you need to enter the cashing date, that means the date on which the check will be encashed. So if I issued the check today, then it will be encashed on a future date, say on 4th of January the check gets encashed. Alright, so once I'm going to save it, SAP will give us a warning saying that the check is due, the cashing date is in future. Okay, so just you need to ignore that warning. So I'm going to click on save button. It says cashing date is in future, that's fine, just hit the enter button. So I'm going to hit enter. So that means the check has been, now see the status, it says check cashed. Okay, so you can also see the same in the DFKK CR table. So if I go back to DFKK CR table, so let me show you. So this is my line item. If I go to the right, there's a status field. which should be blank by now. See, the status is blank. Now I expect that since it has been cached, once I hit refresh, it would be shown as B, that is cached. Blank means open. Whenever you post the refund document, it is the line item is created with open status. Then once you cache it, it becomes cached. Once you void it, it becomes invalid. Or there was one more option called locked. If I go to see, you see a lock button. So request check lock. That means whenever I have issued the check, suppose some incorrect amount has been mentioned in the check, so I want to lock the check. That means the check is not void, but I want to temporarily place a lock, so that as long as the check is locked, the payment will not be issued. Okay, so right now I have encashed the check. Now let's see if I hit the refresh button whether the encashment will happen or not. So I'm going to click the refresh button. So it says B. Now the cycle is ended. That means we have issued the check. That means we have instructed the bank to issue the check. How the bank will come to know? From this spool, the spool that I just showed you. So this spool will be sent to the bank, this print document. So I mean, in a real life scenario, the actual company's logo will be replaced here. So custom form can be used here, Adobe or Smart Form, to send the relevant details to the bank. So once we send this detail to the bank, bank will create a check. So the check will look like this, and the check will be sent to the customer. And once the check is encashed, then a CSR or a front desk agent will manually encash the check using FPCHR. So this is the manual process. Now what if in a real life scenario, thousands of checks are issued on a particular or on every single day? Say out of thousands of checks, say 600 checks gets encashed, or yesterday's check which was issued yesterday or couple of days back, all those checks gets encashed every day. Now it's really impossible for a front desk agent to go to FPCHR and manually encash all the check. So I'm going to show you how to do check encashment using the interface. So for that you need to talk to a developer, because once the checks are encashed, the bank will send us a bank will send us a document saying, say be it .txt format or .csv format, bank will send us a document saying, so these 800 customers checks are encashed, please mark them as B in your system. Okay, so for that I need to, so I see one check still there, one open check is there. So I am going to use this check to show you, because I don't want to restart the process. I don't want to post another refund and show you the same process. Only the FPCHR part I am going to show you how to do it via interface. So once bank will send us the file will be available in the AL11 directory. So from the directory we need to read the file. A custom program needs to be created. You need to work with a ABAPer, and a custom program will be created. The custom program will convert the raw check encashment file into SAP readable format. Okay, so I cannot do the customization here, I cannot do the enhancement here, but I am going to show you a program which will help you to know the structure. So /n, there is one program which you can it's a sample check encashment file generator. So you can talk to your ABAPer. So this is the program, execute. So here, so the item I am going to encash, you need to enter the details. So the item I am going to encash, so this is the $151 I am going to encash. So enter the details like house bank is HB01, account ID is this one, bank country is US, then bank key, bank account you may or may not enter, company code is 1510, then payment medium number. So here you have to enter. So this is my payment medium number, because this is the only one which is not yet encashed or which is not yet voided or locked. So copy the payment medium number and enter here, and the amount is 51. All right, so enter 51 USD, again 51 USD. All right, so now you need to find a AL11 path where you are going to generate the file. So let me open AL11 in one of the screen say I'm going to use this screen /n al11. So say this file, this is the location that I am going to generate the file. So enter the location and enter a file name, say 1510 check with today's date 29/12/2022.csv. Alright. So when the custom program will read the raw file and convert into SAP readable file, SAP readable format. Now once I execute this program, this will generate the file into SAP readable format. Okay. So once you enter the necessary details, now you click on this F8 button. It says that the file has been generated. Now let's go to this location and hit this descending button. Alright, so this is the file. So the file has been generated. So the file has a header which is BFKK CK structure. The file has line items which is BFKK CP structure. This CP structure is going to repeat. Okay. So one header and multiple line item. So in this case I can create only one because this is the sample file test file generator. Your ABAPer is going to use this format and create the program which will run in loop, which will read each line item. So the raw check encashment file may have 800 lines. The above code will read each line and populate all the lines next to each other. Okay, all the lines will be here and later. So this is the SAP readable format. Okay, so once it is converted, then there is one SAP program which reads the file and updates the table. So let me call that program. So the program is, or there is a T code as well. The T code is /n fpb12. You go there and you enter the path where the converted file is generated. So this is the path. I have generated the file here, and you come here, enter the file path. So this program is going to read the file from this location, and I'll give it a identification, say 1510 check 29.1. Okay, just entering any identification and enter the same as recon key and enter an extended log. Check this box because if there is any error, SAP will tell us what went wrong. Alright, now you are going to execute, you are going to hit F8. Okay, so it says posting scheduled. So SAP hasn't given us a refresh button in this screen. So this screen is similar to the FPG4 or FPG1. Okay, where we have the refresh button. But anyways, I hope by now the check encashment has been completed. So I'll go back to my DFKK CR table. So this is the one which doesn't have a status. Now when I hit refresh, I expect that a B would appear here. So I hit the refresh button. Now I see it has been encashed. Not only it has been encashed, if I encash a check automatically using the program, I'll get a paid document number. So you'll see a paid document number. Now when I hit the paid document number, it will create an accounting document based on whatever backend GL we have configured. So /n fpe3 and control V. So this is the paid document number. So I have used this refund clearing account now, and also the document type and the origin key. So everything is backend configuration. So everything is being shown here. So this document makes sure that the check has been encashed. So you can encash a check manually. So manual encashment will not generate a paid document number. However, you can encash a check using this SAP interface. So FPB12, so you have to enhance, you have to use a custom program which will convert the raw file into SAP readable format. And how does the SAP readable format look like? So this is how it looks like. You can generate a test file using the program that I have just shown, so that once the test file creates an SAP readable format file, that file is being read by FPB12 and FPB12 updates the DFKK CR table. This is the one. So that's all for today. This is the entire check encashment process. So I did not show you the void, but void is very simple. I almost took you to the last step, only I did not save it for the void. And similar way you can lock a check. So this is an existing void check. Okay, similarly you can lock a check or you can encash a check. So that's all for today. If you want to join my 30 hours SAP FICA implementation training, do contact me in the number that you see on the screen, or you can drop a mail to my email ID. Or if you want to buy my videos, the entire course, then also you can get in touch with me. Thank you so much. We'll see you again. Bye bye. Take care.